Blackboard rubrics enable you to specify criteria and performance levels for grading, providing clear guidelines for students, instructors, and graders. This tutorial shows you how to create a new rubric and edit the rubric grid. You can associate rubrics with assignments, blogs, journals, wikis, discussion forums and threads, and essay, file response, and short answer test questions. When you create or edit one of these content types, you can opt to associate a rubric with it. Let's create a new rubric. Expand Course Tools in the Control Panel and select Rubrics. Click Create Rubric. Type a name for the rubric. You can provide a description for the rubric. Rubric descriptions are for instructors only and are not visible to students. In the Rubric Details section, select the type of rubric that meets your grading needs. For this example, use %. Percentage-based rubrics are more flexible than point-based rubrics. They can be associated with several different content items with varying point values. Rubrics are made up of rows and columns. The rows correspond to the criteria for a graded activity. The columns correspond to the level of achievement demonstrated by a student for each criterion. You can add a row to insert a new criterion, or add a column to introduce a new level of achievement. You can change the levels of achievement and criteria names. Now type a definition for each level of achievement in each criterion's row. Each cell in the rubric grid should clearly define the performance needed to achieve that level. You can reorder rows and columns. Click the criteria or levels of achievement heading to move them. You can adjust the percentage weight of the criteria according to your preference, or use the Balance Weights option to keep all criteria weighted equally. You can also assign a percentage value for each level of achievement cell. Now click Submit. The new rubric appears on the Rubrics page. Later, when the rubric is associated with a graded item, the grader can select the appropriate level of achievement and the score is automatically calculated. Let's review. First, access the Rubrics page and create a new rubric. Edit the rubric's rows and columns to suit your grading purpose. Later, you can associate the rubric with a gradable item to convey expectations to students and to promote consistent grading.